Hello everybody, it is Marlon Egolf back for Draft Magic, and if what you're looking at looks a little different today, that is because I am basically done with Scar's block. I could never top the Birthing Pod deck that I drafted for my last draft, so why even try? So we've decided to go back to the older Mirrodin, before it was scarred and it was just full of metal and lovely little mirrors and such, and take a crack at it. I've done 3 drafts in this format ever, I think, so bear with me if I suck. So we've got mirrors, which are always important. We've got a green shatter, which is pretty good. Viridian Longbow is also very good. I think the pick here would be one of those two if this wasn't here, but I think Triskelion is just too useful to pass. I like how it doesn't put you into a color, too. I don't know how important it is in this block to stay colorless, but it could be. Let's see, so here we have Loxodon Punisher, which just gets big with equipment, which is not bad. We've got Sky Hunter, Foil Sky Hunter, which you know from the scars. Let's see, this guy... It's a 2-1 for... let me do this. 2-1 gets +1/+0 for each artifact you control, and you can regenerate it when you sack a creature. We've got this guy, which is probably good. I assume the dinosaurs in this set are sort of like the dinosaurs in the other set, in that there's not a lot of a ton of ways to kill them. Vagrant Hunter seems pretty good. It's basically just a Dark Ward boar with trample. But Blinding Beam, I've heard good things about. It seems like it's kind of a beating. It's almost like a sleep at instant speed. So we're going to take that and see if we can't... I mean, it looks like white is open, if that means anything. And, well, we have a choice between Thoughtcast and try to get some affinity shenanigans going on. Spell Bombs are, I mean, they basically just cycle or do something irrelevant. In this set, that's not true. The blue one and the red one are good. The other ones kind of just add to affinity and cycle if you need to. It's not gonna, like, cycle for value like the other ones do. This thing is a 4/4 for 3. At the beginning of your end step, you lose 4 life. Whenever a creature is put in the graveyard, you gain 2. I don't know. That seems like you just put it out and race. So, very risky card. If it gets arrested... Oh, it has Pro White, so it can't get arrested. Anyway, I'm going to take the Blade Warden, since it's good to be in white, and if you get any equipment to pump this guy, he seems kind of ridiculous. And we're going to take another Blinding Beam. I think that is the correct pick. If I picked it second, I'm going to pick it fourth. You know, just other cards here. I don't know how good any of these are, but we're taking the Blinding Beam. So now we have Spell Bomb. Alright, so our choices are Nim Shrieker. I mean, it's a 0/1 flyer for 4, but if you have a bunch of artifacts, it just gets huge. It could easily be like a 5 or 6 power flyer. Aether Spell Bomb, one of the better spell bombs. Sky Hunter Cub, if it's equipped, it gets +1/+1 and it's flying. Let's see, Wormskin Forager, I've been told is actually good. It either comes down as a 5/5 for 7, or you just make a whole bunch of other things bigger. But I think I'm going to not only stick with white, but cut white too, and hopefully pick up a bunch of equipment. This seems like a fairly aggressive creature, and maybe I'll see something cheap and equipable. Well, we've got another Thoughtcast. I don't know how good this card is in Limited. It seems like it would be either great or terrible. So we've got another Thoughtcast, which I really want. I hate passing things that draw cards. But at the same time, I think I'm just going to take the Gauntlets. I mean, they're not the best card, but they seem risky, but they offer a lot of reward for that risk. So now, is there any reason to deviate off the beaten path? We can take a bunch of Nim replicas. Not quite as good when damage doesn't stack. We could try Cobalt Golem. Blue seemed kind of open, but then again, I passed it all, so I'm not going to be getting any back. I'm going to just try the Volshock Berserker and see how decent it could be. Slagworm Armor seems interesting with Skyhunter Cub, but I think we can do better. Hematite Golem seems like a beating. Salking Stones, obviously, seems pretty good. See, this is just a weird card. Alright, second artifact, it gets +1/+1 and gains first strike. +1/+0. I think, there's a bunch of random cards like that. I'm just going to take the Hematite Golem. It seems like it can get real big real fast. And do any of these cards seem interesting to me? Second artifact, X-Cannon, no, that's bad. I'll just take the Grunt. Denguard, alright, so this gets Vigilance, so this is a good reason to play Volshock Gauntlets. Also passing a Spell Bomb, a Great Furnace, which I kind of really want. Disciple of the Vault and the Shambler, but we're just taking the Denguard. And we're going to take the Spell Bomb. Wow, Dross Harvester is actually that bad, huh? In case we need to get Affinity for some reason. Is there any reason to do that? Yeah, whatever. Goblin War Wagon. It's like a terrible Dross Ripper. But maybe I need a terrible Dross Ripper. I don't know the set. I could have just hate drafted Pewter Golem. Attack for 1 damage each creature. Yeah, I don't know. Sideboard material. And you never know when you're going to be playing against 1,000 enchantments. Let's see. So, double Blinding Beam seems like a good start. Definitely leads itself to an aggressive deck. So here we have Eater of Days, which is a nice way to skip your next 2 turns. Wow, this is a pretty good pack. Battle Mage is good. Aether Vial. Morningstar is awesome, especially with what I have. And despite how good Morningstar is, I have to take the Fireball, which kind of saddens me because I do really want the Morningstar. And I seriously doubt anything here is going to table. But it might. I don't know, I'm taking the Fireball. That's all I've got to say about that. Well, there's another. Wow. I don't know if I can pass Barbed Lightning. Leon and Bola is really good too. You know what? Equipments are equipments, but Barbed Lightning is forever. Why couldn't one of those cards be in this pack? What does this do? Whenever another artifact enters the battlefield, put a +1 counter on it. Alright, that might be able to be smashy. I don't know. Should I have taken Volshock Morningstar over Barbed Lightning or Fireball? Is it that good? I mean, I have cards that it's really good with. So we have Warboar, sack unless you sacrifice an artifact. I mean, that maybe could be done? I don't know. So I've got a couple, there's a couple Arcbound creatures. What do I have for... Actually, I think Modular goes pretty well with Triskelion. Proud of myself that I was able to put that together. Is Stinger just better? I don't know, maybe Stinger's better. I think these guys tend to come around pretty late, so I'm going to take the Stinger and maybe make the wrong pick. I don't know. Just don't judge me. And Razor Golem, Affinity for Plains. I think that's probably better than another Stinger. Even if it isn't, that's what's going to happen. Three-4 Vigilance seems good. I would like to get an equipment. I know I passed 2 awesome ones. Well, the same one twice. I don't know if I should have taken it over Barb Lightning. I don't know about the equipment in this set. Got another Stinger, we've got a Cloak. We've got a Worker, we've got a Purge. Not a huge fan of Cloak. Mystic seems good. I'm gonna take the Purge. I don't know how good Purge is. Do I take the Stinger? The Mystic? The Cloak? I heard Cloak was not good in this format. But shouldn't every deck have artifact creatures? I'm gonna take the Purge, and maybe it's just gonna be a sideboard card, but I'm still gonna take it. So, prevent the next 3 damage, put a +1/+1 counter on it. That sounds pretty good. I'm gonna do that. Again, it combos well with Triskelion. So, unassigned damage equal to its power, target player, equipped 4. That does not seem good. 2/1 Shroud or a big modular guy. I'm gonna stick with the big modular guy. Let's see. Wow, the Eater of Days tabled. How lucky of me. The card that would most annoy me is probably the Engineer, since it'll let my opponents get off to very broken starts. So I'm just gonna hate draft that. There's nothing in that pack I was gonna play anyway. I'm sure there's been an occasion where somebody played Eater of Days and then his opponent couldn't get rid of it and he just won with it, but that is not going to be me. So we've got another Arcbound, we've got Arcbound Guy, and we have Terran Ghost, which is a 1/1 flyer, regenerate target artifact. And I think that's actually going to be my pick. Assuming I can move this. There we go. Anything good here? No, this is just worse than a 1/1 with no abilities. I don't know why they had to make that happen. So in case my opponent has a bunch of arrests, take that. I don't know what this could do, but might as well not find out. None of these cards are good. Again, none of these cards are good. Although I do love it not having lands in the pack. Takes me back to a day where they wouldn't just do random things just to be dicks. I'm gonna hide the blue. Alright, so some sort of awesome equipment. I don't even know what it could be. Paradise Mantle is not the awesomest equipment. There's a Magma Jet here, which I'm going to take. Anything else in this pack interests me? Stasis Cocoon, maybe. On response, see what number of equipment you could go. Why couldn't it be artifacts? That seems so awful. Yeah, we're just gonna take the Magma Jet. Foil Paradise Mantle seems cool, but it's really not that good. Here we have, so this guy is an off-color looter, which I want. So this thing would give +2/+2 and would cost 4 to cast. I don't know, I think I'd rather, that actually might be good. Maybe not. I think I'm just going to take the 1/3 flyer with Vigilance. Just ping away in the air, and it also wears a Volshock gauntlets extremely well. I don't know if I should take the Opal Embracers, but that doesn't matter since I'm not taking it. So right now I would be happy getting this guy down and then this guy down. And then protecting my Triskelion with Test of Faith. Probably none of that's going to happen, but a man can dream. A man can dream. Double Blinding Beam's pretty sweet, too. Hurry up with this pack. Etched Oracle. Skyhunter Skirmisher. So it's a Skyhunter Skirmisher or a Skyhunter Prowler. I think the Skirmisher is actually what I'm going to take. Easier to kill, but it hits harder, and also, I mean, even just pumping it up once with a Blade Warden is going to be ridiculous. And if I get this thing on it ever, it's going to hit for 10. So now I wish I took the Volshok Morningstar over the Arc Lightning, even though that still might not have been correct. Just give me one equipment, one good equipment. Guardian Idol adds mana and becomes a 2/2 Golem. This thing does nothing. This prevents damage, but it's kind of expensive and small. I'm going to take Guardian Idol. Might be good. I don't know. But it accelerates your mana, and it also can attack, which is what I like out of my random signets. Still no equipment that I want. I suppose we are going to take another Skyhunter Prowler. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. So right now I would definitely take an Opaline Bracers, even if it's just for 2. As he says that as he gets past an Opaline Bracers, and we'll take it and play it, even if it's just for 2. So what does all this crap do? Whenever a player casts a spell, sacrifice a creature. That seems like it would be bad. Stand firm, +1 in scry. All this stuff. Destroy target artifact or destroy target land, or entwine it for 9, huh? That's bad. I guess I'll take this. It's kind of like Victorious Destruction. If you really, really need to destroy an artifact and pay 5. I guess, well, it's an instant too, so. I'm gonna knock myself out there. So when I control no other artifacts, sacrifice it. So right now I have 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, I'm not playing that. 4, 5, 6, 7. Nah, it's still probably too risky. They're just kind of big. I'll just take another Rain of Rust. And here we have a something bad and a like the precursor to Snapsail Glider, which I'm going to take. Energy Chamber. Put counters on Arcbound Stinger, Guardian Idol, Thermal Navigator, that. Alright, I'm taking it. Fine. Target opponent reveals you may copy an instant or sorcery in it. If you do, play without paying its mana cost. Each player plays a top card of target player shuffles his or her library. I'll just take a guy again. Turn target artifact. I think playtesting revealed that this would have been broken at 4 and a blue. They had to make it 5 and a blue. I'll just take the foil. Whee! Yep, none of these cards are good. Plus, nothing here is good. And nothing is good. Okay, so we're going to play the Den Guard, the Blade Warden, the Test of Faith, the Skirmisher, the Prowler, the Cub, the Beam, and the Beam. Play the Fireball, the Berserker, the Magma Jet, and the Barbed Lightning. We're playing Triskelion. Razor Golem, Bruiser, Bracers, Hematite Golem, Crusher, Gauntlets, Idol, Stinger, ran out of space in this deck pretty fast. So Energy Chamber puts counters on that, this. I don't think that's worth it. Let's see. Destroy target artifact for 5. Or Terran Ghost, it's just a flyer, but it gets equipped. Thermal Navigator. Yeah, we'll just play a Reign of Rust. Seems interesting enough. Alright, well, I regret sort of not taking the... I regret a lot not taking the Morning Star, but nothing you can do other than go forward and prosper.